Good morning, guys. I'm your lecturer, Wonderboy Buyani Khoza. Today we will study about tropical cyclone. What is a tropical cyclone, class? A tropical cyclone is the formation of a storm wind twist that form an I shape which develop at ITCZ, but outside of 5 degrees north and south because the Coriolis force is absent in the equator. So, guys, a tropical cyclone, in short, it is the whereby you see that storm wind, which is forms in shape of an eye. If we are looking at it at the top, that storm is called the what? A tropical cyclone, which developed at the what? At the sea, under which how many degrees? Under 5 degrees at the ITCZ. So the next part, guys, we will be looking at the body part, which is how the development of a tropical cyclone, and how does the tropical cyclone develop. That's what we are going to be looking at, guys, now. So a tropical cyclone developed at the ITCZ zone. What is this ITCZ? It is the integrated convergence zone where the tropical cyclone develops, as we read earlier in the introduction of the topic. But outside 5 degrees north and south, because a Coriolis force is absent on the equator. So since the tropical cyclones take place around the equator, because there the force of gravity is the Coriolis force the force of gravity is much less. So there is more Coriolis force because that's where the earth rotates. In addition, so let's continue. It is an intense low pressure storm which causes a lot of wind and flood damage. So it causes a lot of things in the land, which is damage in the land that we're living in. Tropical cyclone only form under very specific conditions. So they don't just normally like form, but they form under certain conditions which this presentation in the body will mention. They are named alphabetically in the season they occur. So tropical cyclone, they are named alphabetically, especially in South Africa. I remember they used to have tropical cyclones like Dineo, like, so they name them alphabetical. So the next one maybe it's gonna be Emmanuel because it goes like A B C D. So yeah, and then tropical cyclone develop over the sea in the tropical areas. So the tropical cyclone doesn't develop in land, it develops in the sea, in the ocean. The water must be warmer than 28 degrees Celsius, which leads to a lot of evaporation and very hot, humid, unstable air, and hot air starts rising from an intense low pressure. If it happened outside 5 degrees north and south, the Coriolis force will cause the low pressure to form. The low pressure to form. This intensifies the low, cause the wind and the spiral towards the low pressure to such an extent that it clears the funnel and called the eye on the equator, and it develops. So guys, so that's how the tropical cyclone develops. So anyone who has question, I'm here for answers. Okay, I see like that there's no one here who has a question. So I'm gonna continue. So in concluding, as we read about the tropical cyclone, I'm gonna ask you guys some questions, and you guys are gonna answer, because these questions are gonna be based on the objectives. And I'm gonna be giving you a homework, which is there on my lesson plan. The next lesson will be on mid-latitude cyclone, and how does a mid-latitude cyclone. I, Mr. Wonderboy Khoza, would thank you for your time. Thank God.